Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by Mr. Muskie Charters, offering full-service guided fishing trips for walleye, muskie, bass, and sturgeon on Lake St. Clair and the Detroit and St. Clair rivers. Booking information is online at mrmuskiecharters.com.
Animals have the ability to smell scent half a mile away. But what good is an attractant if the animals have to be close to smell it? Introducing an industry-first vapor system. Vapor lasts longer and travels farther. WindScent by Fourth Arrow. Active Vapor for deadly success.
Hey everybody, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We are all about the youth season on this week's show, and we're going to start above the bridge. Our own Jenny Olson and Gabe Van Warmer were up there chasing deer for the youth season. You won't want to miss that. Then we're going to drop down below the bridge down near the Clare area, where my 10-year-old Scout and I were able to get out and do a little deer hunting at a tent camp down there. You won't want to miss it. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream. It's the love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's meat processor and Michigan destination since 1988. Offers a variety of homemade smoked meats and Michigan-made products in-store and online. The Country Smokehouse features an outdoor barbecue and bar. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By G5 Outdoors, makers of the Quest and Prime bows, manufactured and designed in Memphis, Michigan. G5 offers a line of archery bows, broadheads, and accessories on the web at g5outdoors.com. By KL Outdoor, a Muskegon manufacturer of sportsman's outdoor products for over 30 years, featuring the Terrain line of hard-sided hunting blinds designed for quick setup and removal with quiet operation. For more information and other products, kloutdoor.com.
Michigan-based Vanguard manufactures an array of binoculars, ranging in size and design, and backed by a lifetime warranty. Discover Vanguard sporting optics at vanguardworld.us.
Our youth deer season begins in the Upper Peninsula at Dean and Linda Hulse's place here in Menominee County. There were several boys and girls on hand to take part in the hunt this weekend, and two of the kids had a special invite. Earlier this year, our friends at Vanguard held a nationwide contest asking kids to submit video on why they wanted to hunt here. The two winners were 14-year-old Devin Shinaki from Kentwood, Michigan, and 14-year-old Willow Wilson, all the way from Macon, Georgia. Devin and Willow won a whole slew of Vanguard hunting gear, and all the kids in camp were given some pretty sweet hunting packs. After a great dinner and some downtime to hang out, the crew hit the hay. Some of the group would be heading to the gun range in the morning to make sure they were dialed in, and a few kids were already out in the woods. On Saturday morning, 13-year-old Evan Hotelling from Essexville was sitting with his great-grandma Sally when he dropped a beautiful doe. We ran out with the camera to hear Evan's story.
We got out in the stand. Right away, there was a big doe out there, and a little 4-point came and chased her off, and I think he caught wind of us or something. He ran away, and then I could hear this one coming from down there. She came up, stood there for about 5 minutes, gave me a shot and got her. Cool.
Didn't go very far?
No, probably 40 yards, 50 yards.
Awesome. So have you shot deer before?
Yep, it was my 5th one.
5th one.
Yep.
Nice.
While Evan celebrated with his great-grandma, I caught up with Jared Groth from Vanguard to ask why they wanted to be involved in youth season.
Vanguard, we basically saw this as an opportunity to reach out and get kids involved in hunting. I think that's a cause that we're very much into, and just have fun with it too. I think you know, we don't like sitting in an office selling products all day. We wanted to get out there and do something and be part of the community too. And extending this invitation to the kids was just a fun idea that we really wanted to be part of. But ultimately, Willow, for instance, she had said she had never been on an airplane before. And there was something about that was really exciting. So it wasn't just the hunt, it was the whole experience of her going on a plane for the first time and leaving Georgia really made us want to choose her. As far as Devin is local in Michigan, and we could just tell from his video his passion for the outdoors.
Well, the hunters were all dialed in and ready to hit the woods for the afternoon hunt. With temps breaking 80 degrees, the Yoopers were sweating, and Willow and her dad, BJ, were feeling like they were back in Georgia. As we got settled into the blind, Willow gave some advice to other girls who might be afraid to try hunting for the first time.
Yeah, I would tell them to just get out there and try it, because it's not too bad. It's not scary. It's nothing. I mean, you can't be afraid to get your nails dirty or nothing like that, so it's just fun. We got the wind in our favor because the doe coming from this way won't smell us because it's blowing our shit that way.
Alright. What do you think of this spot?
I think it's pretty cool.
What do you like about hunting with your dad?
I mean, it's bonding time. You don't go to a public restaurant and get to talk as much as you do when you're in the stand. You know, you ain't got nobody up your business either. So the deer don't care what you say.
Well, no luck for Willow or Devin tonight, but 12-year-old Easton Prokopenko had a different story. His buddy Evan was running the camera while Easton and Grandpa Bill looked for a buck.
Easton, you excited?
Yeah, buddy.
Our deer numbers have exploded. Again, we didn't really lose like a lot of the UP, and so this morning we took an antlerless deer. So we're trying to manage. You know, we're taking more antlerless deer this hunt than we are the bucks. So anyhow, we're hunting. We have stands set up. We're hunting field edges. We'll probably see some stuff that some of the fields may have 50 deer plus in the evenings. So we're setting up. We're trying to hunt the winds. We got enough stands set up, and it should be a good hunt.
Rack or shell?
Hurry up.
He's going to go down, I think. There he goes.
There he
He's
goes.
down.
All right, he's in.
Good shot. Good shot, buddy. Get that. Now watch the gun. Remember I told you? Get the scope on him. Get the scope on him. Good going. All right. He's just about done. I'm so excited. Okay, buddy. Huh?
Easton was beaming with his biggest buck ever. Once we all got back to camp, I caught up with him to hear the story and check out his buck.
Awesome, congratulations. So you guys were out there with him.
Yes, we were.
We got the adopted grandpa, right?
Yeah.
And the cameraman. You shot a doe this morning.
Yep.
Okay. And you did a beautiful job with the camera.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sure did.
Show you guys the footage on that.
I'm really proud of both of them today. They did really well.
Cool. So, Easton, tell me about the hunt. What happened?
Well, he came in earlier today, and he's about 90 yards out, and he went over and something spooked him or something. They went in the woods. Probably 15, 20 minutes later, 4 or 5 more bucks came out, little ones, a couple does with them, and about 10 minutes later after that, he came out with a couple others and just walked right in.
What were you thinking when that happened? You were a little shook up, eh?
Yeah.
He had a hard time getting the sight on the deer. He was shaking so bad.
Yeah,
And he waited till he was steady, and he got him. He got him right where he should have.
We celebrated today's successes around the dinner table and talked about our hopes for the next morning's hunt. Our host, Dean Hulse, shared his thoughts on the youth deer season and its importance.
You know, there's a lot of mixed feelings on the youth season. And there's a lot of people that don't like the youth season. To me, it's a lot of those, not everybody, but a lot of people disagree with it. It's kind of a selfish thing. It's so hard anymore to keep kids interested in something that takes a little bit of time. They can go on their computer, they can shoot a buck every 3 minutes on their computer or on their phone. Coaching Little League, you can't get kids to come out anymore. Hunting, if we don't get kids young, we're not going to get them. So you take them out, yeah, they might shoot a buck that somebody else might get later on. Some of these kids are only going to shoot antlerless. but we got to get kids involved, and we got to keep them involved. And the only way you can have them go sit for hours later on when it's cold and they get bored, because they have a different mentality than they used to. So I think we've got to, the youth season gives an opportunity to get kids out, show them some success, show them deer when the weather's nice, and get them interested. If not, we're going to lose them. We're not going to maintain the numbers of hunters we have. And I think that's the best, this is the best opportunity to do that. Take them whenever you're ready. Squeeze slow.
Nice. He's hit.
He said he jumped like he was hit hard.
There was another big buck back there.
That's
too.
okay.
You see that?
No, it wasn't watching.
Safety. I got him here.
Just give him to Dad.
Oh my ear. Thank you very much.
Good job, buddy. I think you made a good shot on him. Did you feel real good?
Yeah.
He jumped like he was hit good.
I was right here
Okay.
on him.
He jumped.
He jumped.
He jumped.
He
Yeah.
jumped like he was hit good.
There was another big deer behind it.
Oh, I saw it. Didn't you see that?
No,
Right
I
over
was
the
I was
back.
concentrating
It
on
was
him.
just coming
Was it
back
bigger
over.
than mine?
I couldn't tell.
No, this is one of the bigger. This
That's
is
a
a
nice
nice.
deer.
This is a nice buck.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
This
buddy.
is what you want.
All right, thanks, Steve.
We're gonna wait a little while.
Thank you very much. Oh. Okay, yep, you admit I was gonna shake.
Wow, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
What we've done and what we'll do will bring glory to you.
Devin made a beautiful shot on his first buck ever. Devin, his dad Greg, and Dean all gave thanks for a wonderful harvest. While the guys were celebrating, the clock was ticking for Willow and BJ in their blind. This was the last evening of the youth season, and so far Willow hadn't had a buck in range. But that all changed in a heartbeat.
Easy. Easy. All right, I'm on him whenever you get ready. Did you get him?
Did I get him?
Did you get him?
He got pulled out. He's falling.
What'd you think? You think you got him?
I think I got
It's a good shot placement.
I seen him. He went. I seen him. It went through right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a.
I seen him pull it home. That's why I was watching. Yeah. He slowed down. He's like. He slowed down. He's like.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'll beat it.
Okay.
Let's go see what we got. Hey, think you got a good shot? Hey, careful now. Family's tight. You know, families are supposed to be tight. You're supposed to have an emotional bond with your kids and your parents and everything. And I reckon I didn't have too much one with, because I come from a broken home, a split family or whatever, and I live with my grandparents and my grandma and granddad, and you know, they had a lot of impact on my lives and everything else, whatever. And I just think the Lord put me here to impact my three daughters as much as I can, and that's what I believe I'm here to do. I mean, I ain't good for much else, but if they think I'm the world and they think I done a good job, then I done what I was supposed to do. Yeah, it's all over right there. There you go. That's good hit right there. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, he's right there. Hey. All right, look. Is he down? Okay, do what you're supposed to do. I think he's out. Here, let me hold your gun. Let's see what you got. Sweet wee. Man, that deer's huge, man. Awesome.
you. I think I got
goodness. What do you run? 25
20
yards,
20
maybe?
yards.
20? Might not even, probably. Hey, it's a lot better than my first buck. Good job, kid.
I want to thank Vanguard for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank Michigan Outdoors to try and capture this opportunity. And I want to thank Mr. Dean Holtz for giving us a place to stay, treating us like family, and making us feel welcome.
I want to throw my 2 cents in, man. This just means the world. For me to be able to get my daughter's first buck on camera, you know, the buck fever and, you know, the love for your child, you know, you get all shaky and everything else, whatever, and it was just a wonderful opportunity to be able to have the tools to be able to capture this the right way or whatever. And I know when she's 90, she'll be telling this story to her grandkids, and this just tickles me pink inside. I just love it.
Congratulations to all the kids and their mentors who took part in the youth hunt this year. There's nothing quite like sharing the hard work, the patience, the excitement, and the pride when it all comes together. Family bonds hold tighter, and memories are made right here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, thanks to everybody up there above the bridge that made that such a special hunt. What we're going to do now is drop down below the bridge, down just outside of the kind of the Clare area, where I was at a very special camp that I've been to once before. It's a tent camp in the mid-Michigan area with a lot of good deer hunting.
The opening day of the youth season, and we're here in Isabella County, just outside of Clare, Michigan, and we're here with some guys. We covered this deer camp 4 or 5 years ago, and I was able to come back this year and bring my 10-year-old Scout with me, the #1 ace deer hunter in the family, and yeah, deer are starting to move. We're just texting some of the guys. People are seeing deer. We're kind of tucked away in a little spot here that's a little thicker, so we may not see them till they move out of some of the open fields and move into the cover, but it's fun to be hunting again.
It was good to be hunting again, even if it was really warm. Now, Eric Wahlberg and his son Sam were on the same property as us this morning, and it was time to head back to camp. And I do mean camp. Here's what goes into setting up a place like this.
Started out with a small bunk tent and did a lot of cooking in there. We did our bunks in there as well as the kitchen. Started to bring kids up, and we needed to expand, and now we have it's evolved into quite a setup. We have a bunk tent that sleeps 12, and then we have our cook tent, and then we have an awning here with the picnic table just to hang out, and then 2 changing tents so we can keep our clothes outside of cooking odors and wood stove odors and things like that. So we have the two smaller changing tents, so we have 2 families in each tent. We have 4 families total in here.
And family is really the key. These guys have been hunting together for so long, it really did feel like one big family. And for me and my 10-year-old Scout, well, we felt right at home. And since it was so hot, we headed into town for a bit. And while we did, Eric filled me in a little bit about their setup.
Yeah, this is our 12th year, and we came over here because we knew the kids were going to be involved eventually, and we've had them up here. Really started coming them up for more of a camping experience about 4 years old, and then they'd start hunting with us maybe 6 or 7 years old, and then now the kids don't know any different. They love it. They absolutely love it, and we come over most weekends, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, the youth hunt is it's kind of the kickoff to our season, and we've had a lot of success. And it's been a great experience for everybody involved.
So it was now later in the afternoon and about 80 degrees when we hit the ladder stand. And we were perched on the edge of some cover along a cornfield. Lots of deer in the area for sure, and it didn't take long till we started to see some movement. Now, we were looking for really any racked buck, as Scout has never shot a buck before. And we had my trusty 243 in the stand with us, and after a bit, one of the bucks appeared out in front of us. Now, we had practiced out to about 100 yards, but I was kind of hoping for a closer shot. But this buck was broadside, and it appeared that Scout, well, he was ready. So we started to get into position. Moving slowly and calmly talking to your young hunter is a good move to try to keep everyone's nerves at bay as best you can.
Can you see him pretty good? That's about it. Do you feel like you're comfortable on him really good? Okay, let's go ahead and take the safety off. Yeah. Do you want to wait for him to get closer? Get right on his shoulder, and then whenever you're ready, just squeeze it nice and slow.
Dude, you dropped him in his tracks.
My ears are ringing.
Nice job. That was an awesome shot. You drilled him. Tell me what happened there, bud.
Well, he's still moving.
That's all right. He's just, yep.
So he came in, and then I just wanted to take the shot, so we did.
So we were watching some deer off to our left, kind of all evening. And, yeah, nice job, man. You smoked him.
Thank you.
Great shot, Scout.
Well, I was easily the most excited, I have to say. Scout was calm and collected, and good thing one of us was. So with our shorts on and knee-high boots due to the heat, we made our way to the buck.
So, Scouty, tell me, was that, like, pretty exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah? You were pretty calm.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to shoot it really bad.
You wanted to shoot it really bad? Well, we didn't get a ton of footage because you were like, no, I don't want him to get closer. I'll just take him right there. How far? How far do you think he was?
I don't know, like 100 yards.
I'd say about 100. He might have got closer, but you didn't give him a chance, and he was broadside. Oh yeah. Can't wait to get our hands on him. Ooh, he's a nice big buck. What do you think, buddy? Let's see what he is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice big 5. Boy, he's pretty heavy. Nice.
You can see where I shot it.
That is, I think, the exit wound. Well, let me shake your hand. First buck. Nice, heavy 5-point. He's kind of thick. He's got pretty good mass all the way out there. But boy, what a nice big deer. What a great shot, too. I can't believe you just drained him. We thought about letting him get a little closer, but Scott said, no, I'm on him. Man, that was fun. Was that cool?
Yeah.
I don't know who had more fun, me or you. Great deer.
What a great night in the woods. We quickly got our buck tagged and headed back to camp to get some help on the long drag out. Back at camp, the stories were flying around of all the different hunts, and the burgers and the dogs, well, they were on the fire. It was simply a perfect end to a perfect day in the woods, even if we only had one deer hanging so far.
Eric, give me a little summary. We're day one here. How'd we do?
Oh, we did well, but not much blood. I didn't even know what to say, Jimmy. A lot of deer, a lot of bucks, a lot of stories, but
hot day.
Oh, for sure. Way hot. The hottest youth hunt we've ever had.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. But a lot of fun and
a lot of deer.
A lot of deer. Tons of deer.
And what happened with your son tonight? He had too many big bucks to count. What was the deal?
You know, Jimmy, I'm gonna have to pass the story to him because secondhand is not gonna do that. Secondhand is not gonna do that story any justice. I don't even know what to say. I'm dumbfounded, which doesn't happen very often, but I don't even know what to say when it comes to the stories that he and Austin have come up with today. But anyway,
that's awesome.
Good times, lots of nice deer.
Got some blood on the pole today.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Absolutely. Scout's first buck, which is
super fun.
What it's all about. Absolutely.
Well, so Eric had quite the day of hunting with his two sons. His youngest, Sam, had a great buck in front of him, but couldn't quite get the deer to give them a clean shot. Then in the evening hunt, Eric sat with both his boys, and Jacob, a junior in high school, was staring at a pack of really nice bucks. The The issue was that they were all bunched up and deciding which buck he wanted on this, the last night of the youth hunt. So, as they jockeyed for positions, well, the bucks finally gave them the look they were wanting.
Dropped him. Okay, don't move.
Well, Eric and the boys quickly scrambled to see if they could get a crack at one of the other bucks as they swapped hunters back and forth in the blind, but no luck. Jacob got a dandy of a buck, and thanks to all the folks for letting us be a part of their hunt this year. This is one I know at least a few of us, well, we will never forget here in Michigan's Out of Doors. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Michigan Out of Doors this week. We hope you had a great youth season. We're looking forward to the archery opener just a week or two away. And we do have some sad news to pass along on this week's show. Our own Gabe Van Warmer lost his father Tom this past weekend suddenly. It'll be a very different year for Gabe and his family. And from all of us here at Michigan Out of Doors, we want to pass along our thoughts, our prayers. Gabe, we're thinking of you. We know it'll be a very different deer season this fall without your good friend and hunting partner.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Metalloid Firearms and Sports, developers of environmentally friendly firearm maintenance products for cleaning and protecting your firearms metal, as well as wood and leather components. On the web at metalloidfirearmsproducts.com. By the Michigan chapters of Safari Club International. For over 40 years, SCI has been protecting hunters' rights and promoting wildlife conservation here in Michigan and around the world. SCI chapter locations can be found on the web at firstformichigan.org. By the Michigan Petroleum Association and the National Oil Heat Research Alliance, advocating the advantages of oil heat for home and environment through products like BioHeat Oil, which blends biodegradable materials into a renewable fuel source. Learn more at oilheatamerica.com. Closed captioning provided by Marvo Mineral, makers of Lucky Buck, deer management products including minerals to supplement deer diets year-round to improve health and antler growth.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man.